Good evening, viewers. Thank you very much for tuning in. They say when it is politics in Karnataka, you can always expect Nataka. It has not even been few weeks since the BJP successfully managed to bring JDS into the NDA fold with the 2024 Lok Sabha polls in focus. But tremors of that move have been felt deeply within the JDS camp ever since the alliance was announced. Several leaders within the JDS fold had expressed their unhappiness about this decision. But remember, back then, Kumaraswamy made it very clear that the alliance is now formed and the ones who are unhappy can do whatever they wish to.
Different issue, brother. How they wanted to take the decision, future days, that is left to them.
Okay.
That is left to them. I don't want to pressurize them. Who wanted to take any kind of decision, that is their decision. That will not going to affect on about this new chapter what we actually decided, aligning with BJP. Those things will not going to affect on this alliance.
Now, seems like that was taken a little too seriously. CM Ibrahim, a veteran in Karnataka politics with over 46 years of political experience, has become the first casualty of dissent within the party. He had strongly criticized Kumaraswamy for deciding to ally with the BJP for 2024. Ibrahim was also fuming over the fact he was not consulted before deciding on the tie-up with BJP. And today, at a key party meeting, JDS decided to remove him from the position of party's Karnataka president, a post which has now been given to Kumaraswamy. The JDS brass, including HDK, claim he has merely been removed from his post and not expelled from the party. But the new JDS state president fired shots, saying he is no one to question the party's secular credentials. Listen in.
Appointed by your party as party president, what do you have to say to the CM Ibrahim and his team who is saying that they represent the secular values? This is not the JDS, what they consider of it?
According to CM Ibrahim or any other leaders who criticize and who question about the JDS secular issues, I wanted to put a question to them. According to them, what is the meaning of secularism? For that, actually, if they elaborately convince me, then I can answer them.
Moments after being shunned for criticizing the party leadership, Ibrahim lashed out at the JDS, saying they will face consequences of their action. He also vowed to take up the matter legally, claiming the faction belonging to him is the real JDS.
ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷಗಿರಿಂದ ತೆಗೆಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಜನತಾದಳ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ 3/3 ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸು ನನಗೆ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಕರೀರಿ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಕರೆದ ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಮೀಟಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ನಿರ್ಣಯ ಅಂತಂದು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಪದ್ಧತಿ. ನನ್ನನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದ್ರಿ, ಚೀಟಿ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಪುತ್ರ ವ್ಯಾಮೋಹ ನಿಮಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟ. ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಕೆಣಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಮುಂದೆ ಇದರ ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಕಾದು ನೋಡಿ.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ
ಸುಳ್ಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವ ಪುಸ್ತಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಈ 92 ವಯಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮಗನ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಸುಡಬೇಕು ಇವರು? ಅಲ್ರಿ, ಇವ್ರನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವರು ಮಗನ ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲಿದ್ರು MP ಕರೀಲಿಲ್ಲ, ನಿಖಿಲಿಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರು, ನನಗೆ ಕರೆಯೋದು ಬೇಡ. MP ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೇನ್ರಿ ನಾವು BJP ಜೊತೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಪಾಪ ಒದ್ದಾಡ್ತದಾನ ಹುಡುಗ. ಯಾಕೆ ಸುಳ್ಳು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ ಹೇಳಿ?
Meanwhile, the BJP has criticized the dissenting leader, emphasizing that the JDS had joined the NDA and not the BJP.
Ibrahim is not understood the present politics. Janata Dal joined with BJP. They are not merged or anything else. See, when simply they supported NDA, you are going out. Then what about the Congress position there? He did not understand. But now, they may expel him from the party.
All right, to understand this development further, I'm being joined in by my guest this evening, Mithun Vijay Kumar, political analyst, Bhavya Narsimamurthy from the Congress, spokesperson of the party, and Prashanti SG, JDS spokesperson. Good evening, namaskara. Thank you very much for taking the time out. Bhavya, let me come to you straight first.
Can you hear me?
Did you see this coming? Yes.
I really liked your opening statements. When it comes to politics of Karnataka, you can always expect Nataka in the sense drama. I think drama exists in all political parties across India or even the world. But what is happening with JDS today is disaster. I think that's because in politics, people from all walks of life come with different ideologies, different background, different qualification. But what keeps them together is the ideology of a party, right? But when you compromise on that ideology, JDS, S stands for secularism. But they compromised on that when they joined with NDA. Because of which, what's happening with JDS today is a disaster. As we can see, the ex-president, as of today, the ex-president, who was the president till now, Mr. CM Ibrahim, his statement completely contradicting Mr. Kumaraswamy's statement. Here the problem is, when this alliance happened, it was not a democratic one. We all know that. And that is exactly what Mr. CM Ibrahim sir is complaining about. Neither did they discuss, and how could they join BJP, someone who is has an aversion to the word secular. So we saw this coming, of course. When you compromise on ideology, any party will go through this kind of a disaster. I would call this disaster and not just a drama. And we have to wait and see what happens now that interim president has been appointed, as Kumaraswamy sir has been appointed as the interim president, but Ibrahim sir is saying that they might even break the party. Whoever is with whom do these MLAs go with, or how the party is gonna stay together or just wither away. Don't know how many will join BJP or how many will stay within JDS. We have to just wait and see. Yeah, this is kind of a drama which is going to lead to a disaster is what we feel.
Which potentially, what I understand is we're going to see more Natika, Bhavya. Of course, since you make that opening remark about the ideology being the main point over here. So let me take that across to Prashanti. Prashanti, dissent has stemmed from secularism, right? Plus, Ibrahim says he was never taken into confidence before this alliance was formed. We also heard that soundbite of his. How does the party now look at this? How do you plan to navigate it?
No, ma'am. First of all, I would like to tell you that, before the election, everything was fine, and these things changed over a period of time. That is when we joined hands with BJP. And to be very honest here, I would like to put it across to you and the viewers that, Ibrahim sir had been informed about the joining with BJP. However, just because I feel because he was not taken to Delhi, there was a meeting held in Delhi, so he was not informed about it. So somewhere he was kind of, as a president, he felt somewhere, given up, or, why did the party do? Probably that is. But however, Mr. Kumaraswamy did inform. There is no impeachment, okay? We have not expelled Ibrahim sir or anything. And this is also, after the election, he owned himself and resigned the party, saying because of him, the performance was definitely down. So he, owning the responsibility of the election, he did resign. That is one part, okay? And second part is, now after the election, he has not, he has not performed any kind of activity, the election activities, since after the election, no activities being done. So there was a pressure amongst the leader that has to, there has to be a decision to be taken. And currently Kumaraswamy is an ad hoc president that we all know, and the committee has wholeheartedly and unanimously elected Mr. Kumaraswamy as an ad hoc president. And this will change a lot of
Okay,
things.
Prashanti, I'm going to come back to you as you
President.
make those remarks. But you essentially say this dissent has formed from the fact that he was not taken to this meeting to the national capital. But we also heard him say in that particular soundbite that Prajwal was also not taken along. It was Nikhil. We do remember those visuals when we saw that the alliance was formed. And moreover, having said that, all of this is being done to save HD Kumaraswamy. So Mithun, let me come to you on that front. Is that how we're reading into this politically? How do you look at it?
Nikhil was taken
it's my turn, I believe.
Prashanti, I'm going to come back to you.
Yeah.
Prashanti, I'm going to come back to you. Let Mithun make his point.
Yes. See, although none of the said JDS leaders and, spokespersons can be heard openly admitting that there is rift within their party, it's pretty much obvious from the TV channel reactions and sound bites, as you mentioned, of these leaders and the sudden dissolution of JDS State Committee, that things are not very smooth between CM Ibrahim and HD Devagowda. I am not sure if there exists a faction as such, because HD Devagowda or HD Kumaraswamy, they are basically the the power holders of this party. Now, CM Ibrahim can be heard saying that a significant number of MLAs will come along with him. Now, if you see, of the 19 MLAs that JDS is having in Karnataka State Assembly, most of them are loyalists of HD Kumaraswamy or HD Devagowda. So who is he going to take along with him? And that's the special thing about these parties like JDS. It's basically a founder-driven party, and in such political entities, especially in the South, we have seen the founder typically holds a significant amount of power and influence, and even if they are not the formal chief. Now, although CM Ibrahim is a veteran politician, he took the position as a party chief only before the elections. And it's a known fact that he's only a figurehead and the actual decision makers are different. And I believe since HD Kumaraswamy, HD Devagowda, they retain the complete authority, the possibility of infighting would be minimal, even if someone like CM Ibrahim leaves the party, because his contribution itself in the elections was insignificant. And making him president just before elections was actually a wrong move on the part of JDS, which was actually done to compete with Congress in the game of minority appeasement, is what I would like to say. And now it seems that JDS is kind of attempting to rectify the errors they made during the assembly elections, including their choice of their party chief, which was seen by many within the party as a policy of appeasement. So now it has reached a point where JDS understands that BJP is the only viable path for survival in the upcoming elections. And coming to the point raised by a panelist who said that JDS doesn't have a they're losing out on ideology. See, I believe in Karnataka the only party that is sticking to its ideology is BJP. The other two parties are where we have seen their past track record. They were mostly into the politics of appeasement, and now JDS is actually making the reparations, and the JDS is correcting the errors of the past. That's what we can see now.
Okay, so essentially you say the BJP is the only party that is sticking to its ideology. Bhavya, would you want to come in on that? Would you want to counter that?
I would like to first, I would like to first ask a very small question to Mr. Mithun, right? Would you please define appeasement of minority? What do you mean by that? As a party, Congress party, our policies, whenever we are in government or even as a party. And one second, let me finish. Let me finish, Mr. Mithun. Let me finish, then you can answer. As a party, whether it is a manifesto or as a government, in our policies, we have always been inclusive. Whether it is Muslims, whether it is OBCs, whether it is SC/ST, our policies are very inclusive. And just because we have some policies kept aside for Muslims, why do you keep saying appeasement of minorities? That's not how it works. We don't make policies to appease anyone. We are a party which stands for the right thing. We stand for Ahinda, Alpasankhyaataru, Hindulida Varga, Dalita Varga. That means the chief minister of our party, from our party this time, he is a very staunch believer in this. That means whoever is left over, we stand for them. Whether it is Muslims, Christians, SC/ST, OBC, whoever for that matter. But just to underline this fact and saying we appease minorities, why? Yes, you can give examples of some policies which are for Muslims, but there are examples where we have made policies for other communities as well. But you're just sounding like another BJP spokesperson instead of a political analyst when you use this word appeasement of minorities. If we are appeasing every community. Through our policies, yes, we have to because they have elected us. Every community, not just Muslims, not just OBC, not just SC/ST. Please go ahead with your point.
Can I answer that?
All right, Mithun, I'm going to quickly give you about 30 seconds to make your point, and then I'm going to go to Prashanti.
Yeah.
So, Mithun, if you could counter that.
Yes, she was asking why did I mention that Congress is into the politics of appeasement. Now, before elections, you mentioned that your party election manifesto mentioned that you wanted to ban Bajrang Dal. What was it for? Is Bajrang Dal a terrorist organization or something? Why was your leader, Rahul Gandhi, seen along with anti-nationals like George Ponaiya during his Bharat Jodo Yatra? Why did the Congress leader, Shivraj Patil, claim that Krishna has taught jihad to Arjun? Now you have a clear
Mithun,
agenda.
we are
You have a clear
deviating
anti-Hindu.
from the topic. Essentially, we're talking about
agenda.
ideology
You
over here.
have a clear anti-Hindu agenda.
Where she did make her opening remarks
really have
with
to
being
answer this.
disastrous. So I'd have to interject you there.
No, she
Bhavya
wanted
and
to.
Mithun, I'd have to come back to you, but Prashanti, let me come to
Prashanti,
let me come to you with the fact that we're talking about CM Ibrahim.
I really have to respond to that.
I'm going to give you the opportunity, but we're digressing essentially from what we want to talk about.
Sure.
Mithun, I'm going to give you the opportunity. Bhavya, I'm going to give you the opportunity as well. Just stay with me. Let me quickly go across to Prashanti. Prashanti, with the fact that Ibrahim has also said that this move is going to, will cost the alliance, especially, of course, for the JDS in the state ahead of the elections. How do you read into that?
No, I don't think so. See, if you see most of the, like Farooq Abdullah and many minorities group, the community has come forward in support of JDS because they have no trust or belief in Congress at any cost. The reason is because Congress today, they say that they are with the Muslims, but none of them till date has given the power to the Muslims, minorities. None of them have made a president to the Muslim community. So whatever the Congress has told right now is entirely a false statement. They have already in their mind plan to do a false propaganda about their own Congress, saying that we are Ahinda, we are for everybody. For Dalit own the budget. In the Dalit budget, they have completely minted Dalit's budget. Why? If that is the case, if they are for Ahinda, then why did they mint? And not just that, for many people in their own Congress, leaders, they have been fighting. They're going against a Congress agenda. Most of them are not happy with their own, the party. That's why what I would like to say is whatever the Congress right now are saying is completely a false statement. This is only a propaganda to, for the election and to win election. That's all. That is what they've done in the previous election also. So this is a mere.
Okay, Prashanti, I'm going to interject you there. You say it's not going to cost the JDS elections. Before we wrap up, last word from Bhavya.
No,
Bhavya, how do you see this impact the polls, if at all it is? 30 seconds before we wrap up.
You see the irony here. You see the irony between the two. One says we are appeasing the minorities and the other says we haven't done anything for the minorities. This just shows like we have enemies everywhere because we stand for everyone and we are inclusive. My second point about Bajrang Dal. We said in our manifesto that if they commit any of the anti-constitutional things that they have been doing in the past, we will ban them because they have in the past assaulted women. They have attacked women. They have abused women. Mr. Mithun, please tell me why it is an appeasement to minorities if we ban Bajrang Dal. Is it because Bajrang Dal commits these crimes against Muslims? Are you accepting that? No. Right? I hope you are not.
All right, Bhavya, so I'd have to interject you there again because we're digressing from the subject, but essentially you, as party, the Congress says this is disastrous of what has happened with the JDS. Mithun, of course, essentially says that, BJP is the only party sticking to its ideology, and Prashanti, of course, going on to state that this is not going to affect the JDS. But I'd have to cut short all of you over there because I'm afraid we're also running out of time. But thank you very much for staying with us here on Virana and sharing with us your perspective.